Too many pillows. I think it's the first one today where we don't actually eat. Do you want Lebkuchen?
No, thank you.
I'll eat 2 more.
When you told me how many calories are they?
This little fucker, yeah? 50 calories in one. Jesus Christ.
There's like one bite.
I know.
One little bite. It's not too bad actually, because you could eat 2.
Yeah.
But, depends on your goals.
I could eat a packet.
Me too.
Rocking flamingo socks tonight.
Gorgeous.
And a trampini. I have elbow bruised as well, if you can see.
So this week it's a trampini.
It's a trampini, yeah. I fell on off my bike the other day, literally. If that would be a motorbike, I would probably be in hospital, not sat here with a trampini like a teenager. It's just a push bike. And funny bit is, 3 children were cycling behind me. So a grown man fell and 3 kids stopped to ask me if I'm all right.
Follow the lead.
I had to play it off that I was planning to do so. That was fun, kids, but it hurts a bit. Don't try it at home.
Oh, yeah, you came back home and you're like, oh.
I fell.
I fell.
Yeah.
Your trousers ripped, bike scratched. Never mind.
It hurt a little. I didn't expect that.
Did it hurt your ego?
No. It hurt my knee. It was my mistake though. You don't go into corners on wet pavement covered with mushy leaves at a higher speed. So yeah. You have learned today.
Learned today. I'm grumpy today.
You are grumpy today?
Yeah. It's because the winter's coming and it's cold and it's getting dark and oh, I know what you're gonna say. Oh, but it makes you appreciate summer more. No,
exactly.
It doesn't. I appreciate summer as it is. I don't appreciate winter. It's got its nice bits, but no. Bring me sunshine, bring me warmth.
You're grumpy. I had a headache.
So we're off on a good start.
I know.
You remember the other day you asked how come I follow these 2 very contradictory accounts on my Instagram, and that made me think that.
Can I be honest?
Yeah, you don't.
No, I don't remember.
Oh, there you go. So,
can you describe how they contradict each other?
Well, one guy gives tips about sports, and
okay, I know what you mean.
You remember now?
Yes, I do remember now.
One guy gives tips about sports and the other is a physio, and he basically calls people out on bullshit.
Yes.
And he was saying like, oh, how come you follow him and then follow him? And my point was to you that, well, I've got my own head and I can sift through what's bullshit, what applies, what doesn't, what maybe isn't.
A pussy.
Pussy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it made me think that people don't always not differentiate, but don't always sift through. If they get some advice from one account or from one person on social media, they would automatically assume that that person always tells the truth. Not necessarily the truth, but people take that as truth, as a gospel, everything they say from the point where they found something from the post useful. Whereas when I follow somebody, I don't necessarily agree with everything they post, share, or you're going to find a spot where to sit. Yeah, okay, come on. There you go, that's cozy. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful cat. So yeah, my point is that I use social media to get information, but I also sift through the information rather than just believe whatever was said. Does
It's
that
like
make
you,
sense?
yeah, it makes sense. It's like you looked at my notes, which I couldn't because I haven't spoke today, and I wrote this today to remember. And there's a very similar shit that I wrote. I know, right? About social media being sort of like a slippery slope, and I was basing it sort of like on myself. That it's literally easy to forget while once you're there, like what is it for and what are you doing in there, right?
Yeah.
So you get consumed and get into a consuming mode, just one mind-numbing thing
It's
after another one.
designed for distraction, and all we do on a daily basis is we practice that distraction.
Yeah, and I realized that if you forget what you actually on there for, it sort of like consumes you. And then I get like, I was thinking about my own like thought process, and today I get into a mode of where, let's take a simple thing like photography or videography, right? Then I start comparing, like who's got a better camera than I have, who's shooting better photos than I do, who's editing better, whose videos or photos look sharper on screen, and how have they made that? All those things. And that in turn makes me not wanna do my own art, if that makes sense.
Because you start comparing and sort of demeaning yourself, thinking that you're not good enough, not as good as...
Yeah, like I don't have the X, Y, Z or the latest thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like his, hers on whatever. I don't get these, that and other like just nonsense.
Yeah.
The shit that is not real, fake, but if you do not catch it in time, you yourself allow it to affect you, and like your judgments and your decisions and how you do things and who you are. That's the most important thing.
But
who
that's
you are.
the good point where you said to catch things, because on a daily basis we practice that distraction. We're in a swiping and tapping mode, and it's important to catch yourself where you start going that loophole of comparing and basically thinking that you're not as good as what you see, and sort of peel yourself back from it.
Yeah.
Stop it, and then remember who you are.
Yeah.
Remember what you do things for. Remember that life is different than what you see on social media. On social media, it's like, it's not real, it's plastic, it's not organic. Can you put my mug?
Yeah.
Whereas, actually, the table I painted, do you remember, when was it? 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I got into a sort of state where it felt like creative meditation, you could call it. And at some point I caught myself like, it's so good, I forgot absolutely everything. And it was just a moment of me being in real life doing something so enjoyable.
Yeah.
Painting a table, that's random, but it just got me. And it got me thinking as well, where I was like, oh, should I share it on stories, that what I'm doing? And then part of me said, no, it's A, nobody cares. B, it's my moment.
Yeah.
And we forget that we live a life, actually. And it just made me realize as well how many moments like this we actually miss now, because we are so consumed in our phone watching. So instead of, I don't know, taking a paper, drawing something, we pick up a phone because it's easier, and we go into the zombie mode.
Yeah.
I guess to me, it's not like, well, if you spent a happy moment, you took a picture, you want to share it, great. Even if you had a sadder moment or whatever, you want to share it. But when you actually become a slave to like, oh, I need to share
I went
something.
for a shit at 2:15 today.
Yeah, or basically you just become a slave of what to eat. So even content creating is not exactly a creation. It's not exactly it's bonfire time.
Almost. Halloween. Oh, don't get me started on that.
So yeah, even the creating content is not a blissful time anymore, because you become a slave to that, because I need to do a post, and that becomes pushed because I just need to post this, or you stage some sort of life just to make a post.
Catch myself lately that I started not to give a fuck that how much I post, what I post. I just want to post stuff that I wanted to make, or I want to make, or I like it, rather than just I need to make this post because it will. And yeah, let's be honest, we share stuff for other people to see it.
Yeah.
Because if that would be, I'm creating this for myself, then fucking keep it for yourself.
Yeah.
Don't share, right?
Yeah.
That's bollocks. So strip the bullshit aside. We all share stuff.
Your ego will still want to get
for other people to see it. So, but now, I think my thought process pivoted this way. Rather than chasing for likes and how many views it got, yeah, it's always nice when you have it, but I just want to share because it's something I like, whether it was a photo or a video, I created it and I liked it.
Yeah.
That's why I shared it. Not that, ooh, this will give me, I don't know, shitloads of exposure, ton of this.
Well, I suppose
I don't know.
In the long run, it attracts the people that will agree with you.
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. It will attract people that agree with you, that like the same stuff, that appreciate your art, rather than ass watchers.
Oh, who?
New term, people. Ass watchers. You know the.
Oh, okay, the ass watchers.
Yeah, the guys that girls. I don't know.
The tits and ass.
Yeah, that just follow you because you upload a picture of an ass.
But that what sells, right?
It is, yeah.
Anytime I upload something naked or half naked, it's not wrong.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's art.
Yeah.
It's certain art form and it's fine. But anytime I upload something naked or half naked, it gets the attention.
Yeah.
Anytime I upload something that I actually appreciate more, that probably has clothes on it,
Yeah. So you need to sort of a bit of nudity to attract the eye.
So mixture is good now.
I suppose that's the strategy, isn't it?
You feed the ass crew.
You get them for the bulk of likes.
Yeah, but nothing's wrong with either, to be honest. I just see this as an art form, and whether that's with clothes on or without them, it's just...
I suppose as long as you use social media rather than become a slave to it and so consumed by it that you start taking it so seriously as its life.
Yeah.
Or compare yourself to what you see there because that's not real. Or make yourself do something because, I might be liking that picture, or I want to see that message, but it's not gonna get likes, so I'll just upload a picture of my ass. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I know what I mean.
Yeah. So I think we need to...
It's all fake anyway. I mean, not asses. Well, some of them fake that too, but social media. That's what people need to... That's the thing that people need to understand. It's all fake.
And the funny thing is, even the real ones are not real. You know, the ones, the accounts where like, oh, look at me, when they post a picture of posed and unposed, or Instagram versus reality, where it's like you hunched up with a belly, but you're still looking cute.
Yeah.
So you will still pick a picture that is eye-pleasing rather than something that's just random.
You spend so much time doing that you forget that that is what people want you to see.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. So you summed up whatever I was rambling on.
Literally, yes. That is what people want you to see. Whether that's sad shit, funny shit, shocking news, that is there because people want you to see that.
And the scary thing is the way our brains work, we are mirroring whatever we see, whatever we experience. So if you scroll and see certain shapes, body shapes, I mean. Oh, bless you. You're snoring. So you scroll, you see body shapes, you'll see that everything's all about tiny waist, big hips these days, and you start to think like, oh, but I don't have that, so I'm not good enough to be that popular as that. So we start to mirror, we start to want to become what we see, but if you're a butterfly, you're not going to be a bird.
Yeah.
So you just compare and you start to think that, oh, I don't look like that. I don't have lips like that. I don't have hair like that. And you just start to really take yourself down. So that's the scary part, that we consume that much.
We're all guilty for it. Like I mentioned before, I do exactly the same shit. Like comparing stuff like with other people. And I suppose I'm blessed that I can actually catch myself doing this, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing, mate? Stop it.
Yeah. I think it requires a lot of reflection. So again, I mean, we're not going to run away from it. Everybody's using it. You have to use it if you want to promote your ideas, if you want to promote your business, if you want to sell something, or even when you want to buy something, you have to use the social media. So we're not going to run away from it, but the important part is to use it, put it away, live a life, go back, use it, and just constantly peel yourself back, reflect. Remember the fact that, okay, I'm this person, I'm a mother, I'm a sister, I'm a brother, whatever. But, you have to find what are you actually in your life and focus on the good parts, on the good things, and enjoy it rather than constantly compare yourself to whatever pictures you see or videos. I think it's important to self-reflect anyway, to sort of actually spend time with yourself with no distractions, which I think a lot of people find hard to do. So imagine you on your own, no music, no phone, no other people, no other visuals or whatever, just you in a room on your own with your thoughts. We don't spend time like that anymore, do we?
No.
Whenever you're alone, whenever you're, I don't know, in a queue, waiting for your appointment, you're in your phone, or you distract yourself with something else. But actually, you don't spend time to hear what's in there.
Because that's uncomfortable for majority.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't want that. You feel uncomfortable. It's like the same Dr. Gabor Mate said. Like, you get distracted, you wanna something you don't like or you feel uncomfortable with. What are you trying to do? You're trying to tune out. And what's the easiest way to tune out? Whoop.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm off. I'm gone.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, that's social media. I suppose it can be enemy, it can be your enemy, or it can be a tool for you to use to better yourself if you wish.
It depends how you use it.
But it depends if you let it to consume you, you'll get consumed. If you take it to use it to work for you, you can better off your life, the way I see it. So I don't know, for people who have like big followings and all that, and I don't know, famous and popular, you probably can get consumed by it. But if you use it to gain your own advantage, of what you want to take out of it,
Yeah.
it can be a tool for you to work. You don't have to hop on everything that comes along in there. You are now in a power and position to choose what you want. So you can better off your life by just having, I don't know, fucking social media and being famous.
Yeah.
Or you can let it to consume you and get overwhelmed. Well, that's another thing. Like, what do you think about the social media detox? I need to spend time without it and all that.
I suppose
What's your take on it? What do you think about it?
in many cases, I find it funny when people post on social media that they're gonna be off social media. I agree if you message a lot through social media, you might as well just pop a story or a post that, well, I'll be off, I'll be back then and then, I'll get back to you when I'm back. But you see people putting a story up, oh, I need to detox, but then they like all your posts since the detoxing started, they watch all your stories, so they're still consuming the social media, but they just had the need to, I don't know, seek attention or say that, I'm not coping with life and I'm gonna detox. You know, like drama. Do you remember Jamie Alderton used to do swap phone Thursdays,
Something
I think?
like that, yeah.
So where on a Thursday, he would swap his phone from a smartphone to an old-fashioned buttons and only, basically so he can be called for emergencies or call himself if needed. But on that day, he would just have no phone, smartphone, I mean, with him. And well, that's the point. We need to have time off our devices. We need to have time off social media. I wouldn't call it you need a detox. You just need to have time off. But if you feel that, you know, you consumed too much, you're starting to go in that spiral where it just makes you feel worse and worse, then yeah, you need a detox. But I mean, social media triggers our dopamine, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that's how we work. We want more and more and more, and you become addicted to that. And you find it so easy. You just pick up a phone, and it's automatic. You just go on the app that you use normally for the pleasure.
The worst fucking thing. You pick up your phone, to open My Fitness fucking pal to put your calories in.
And you end up spending half an hour in Instagram.
15 minutes later is like, the fuck? You haven't even opened My Fitness pal.
It's automatic.
Jesus,
your finger just... So it's worth, sometimes if you feel that it's getting out of hand, it's worth deleting the app. Or changing the place of where it is on your phone, because then it makes you search for it, and then you remember, oh, actually I picked up the phone to message somebody.
I'm getting into a mindset now where if I've made the post, right, I've done what I wanted, I like this, whatever that would be, a video, a photo, I shared that thing that I wanted for the world to see.
Yeah.
And that's it, it's done.
If you want to please the algorithms, you have to engage with your followers. Not only when you post, you have to sort of engage with the followers, you have to engage with other people. So you have to look through stuff and comment and...
a little bit anyway, because I like that. Like,
yeah, so...
it's funny because we always joke around with who we hate people. we don't, but like we hide away from humanity.
We're Grinches.
Up north, yeah. It's still nice when you meet nice people, like to communicate, to talk, and whatever, share ideas or just speak about something. So that human interaction, even though it's over the phone, but it's, I don't know, sometimes nice to reach out. So that's why I said to my friends, if you ever need anything or you wanna talk or just need to speak your heart out, always do that. I'm sort of here for you, so don't take that for granted.
That's the thing is, it's okay when you're in a mindset that, oh, you're gonna support people, you're gonna comment, you're gonna, engage, message. It's okay, but when you get into that black hole where you start, oh shit, that's good, but I'm not good enough. I could never do this.
Yeah, I do that still.
Yeah, so I do that, and I try to
trying to learn not to.
Yeah, I try to
ongoing process.
remind myself, but we'll always get, I think, the thoughts, you know, you'll get the demons that come out, but it's important to look them in the eyes to say, it's okay. I know who you are. I know that you're going to creep up one time or the other, but just to tame them, to say like, you're not truth.
Yeah.
I'm good enough, thank
Yeah.
you. Because they will all the insecurities will creep up.
So tonight's chat became social media chat.
There you go.
Social media chat.
It's actually, I think.
But it was on my mind. See,
We talk that a lot, and it was something that triggered that you said that. Oh, whereas again, the information we get, most of information we get these days is from social media.
yeah,
And but it's so important to have your own head. It's so important to educate yourself.
you don't have to be reactive to everything what you read, hear, or see.
The take-home message is to spend time with yourself. Spend time outside of social media. Live life. Make sure you don't catch yourself when you start comparing to other accounts or other things.
I would
you
say
see.
anytime you feel that social media is actually trying to consume you, you know, you feel all overwhelmed, right? You feel anxious.
Yeah.
Whatever you're having bad feelings, depressed, anxious, you start to hate on people,
Yeah.
right?
And-
That's a good sign that you need to put that down, rethink, like get back in tune with yourself, and then try to move on from that and learn that you control it. It doesn't control you. So learn to make social media your tool that can make your life better, not worse.
Yeah. And I mean,
That would be my take
what
on it.
you practice on, you get better on. If
Yeah.
you practice distraction,
Yeah, you'll get
you'll
fucking
always
good
get
at it.
distracted. You'll get good at it. You'll get consumed. If you practice the setting timers on the social media, how much you use it, setting reminders to take time to focus on your thoughts, on your life, that's what you'll get better on. And it's not easy.
Oh, it's not easy.
The book
No.
I'm reading now, it's a great book.
Read books, kids.
Yeah, read books. And it does talk about the fact that you need to do the work. You need to get your hands dirty, peel layers away, work on yourself, work on things, on relationships, on whatever. But you can't just expect good things happen to you by themselves. They will, but you need to either work
People understand manifesting too literally.
things will happen.
I wish I have a fucking £1 million. I'll manifest that now.
Ancestors.
Yeah. But you do jack shit.
Yeah.
Go out, get
so,
pissed and do nothing.
Good things will happen, but you still need to either work to keep them
Yeah.
or work to get them.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid of hard things. They will be. And don't get discouraged if you like, I'm gonna spend time off social media. I'm gonna meditate every day now. And, you set these big goals, and when you don't do it for one day, you think,
Blame yourself,
it's all to shit, and I'm gonna
this.
have to, I'm not worthy.
You actually brought a good point.
Yeah.
You know, I fill my journal, right?
Yeah.
And I usually write maybe some tasks what I have to do, some of my thoughts, and
Yeah.
lately it's more like I use a specific journal that has like a 3 lines for your gratification, you know, so everything you are grateful for and your daily affirmations, you can fill those in, and then you have space whatever you want to do, like a day planner, like plan your day, or just ramble and write some thoughts. So I realized that since about August to October, I stopped doing this. I stopped filling it in. I realized that something's missing, like a part of me, a routine, or it's hard to explain. Like, unless you do it and unless you fill the journal and you stop, it's odd feeling. I started blaming myself that I don't do it. Like that I don't do it first thing in the morning. And then I had to sort of like step back and had a conversation with myself. This is not a healthy thing that I'm doing. It's a nice thing, a nice ritual to have, a nice routine to have. It makes me feel better rather than, I don't know, let's say today I didn't, right? And I beat myself down that I haven't done this particular task today. I haven't filled my journal.
Yeah, first thing in the morning.
Yeah, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
As long as I can understand that I will go back to that thing tomorrow, I can continue with routine and I don't need to blame myself. Does that make sense?
Yes, I think a lot of the times we start things like that, or even, you know, we do things like that. Oh, we'll do the routine, we'll do the morning journaling.
Yeah.
And then we stop for a week or a day or so for many reasons. And then we blame ourselves, we shame ourselves that, oh, you couldn't even do that.
That's what I do.
Yeah. And,
for myself.
And then because of that blame and shame, you don't feel worthy that you can resume to that task that made you feel good. That's the loop that you need to snap out. You can always resume the task. So sometimes in fitness journeys, it's about the same. Is people follow the plan, but then binge on biscuits for one day or one evening
it's not
or
one
so.
day, right?
And then they think, shit, I screwed it all, that's it. And then they screw all week because but it doesn't matter. You can just resume the next day according to the plan or to your routine and it's fine. So we have to recognize that we deny ourselves a nice feeling of the routine that you like, that brings some joy to your life, because we didn't do it.
Our routine works in my head for us at the moment. We get up at a certain hour, be it 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. in the morning, right? Whereas before, I would rush to do this, that, and another before you get up and then make breakfast and all that. And then it sort of was stressing me out. And I started to think, like, why do I get up at this hour, right, to sort of make my day better if first thing in the morning, what I do is stress about the shit that I need to do before I can allow myself to do something. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to shift my focus. Now I'll get up, I go downstairs, I'll start on breakfast and all that, wait for you to get up. And then for me now, that morning routine, because I know you'll have to leave, is to get breakfast, eat in peace and quiet, I don't know, watch a little bit of something, whether that's, I don't know, something on YouTube or read something, it doesn't matter. You leave, I kind of carry on with my routine, so it's then when I choose now to like fill my journal in. I'm by myself on my own, and then it's just me and my thoughts basically, and a cat. So I do that, I'll go cycling, I'll come back, because we usually work out in the evening, and I'll carry on with my day. So now I sort of like tended to myself. Yeah. We had this nice, calm morning, which is kind of a ritual, a routine for us, how we start. Yeah. Which sets you nicely for the day. And I don't have to feel guilty that I have missed something. Yeah. I don't think I even spoke with you about this.
No, you haven't.
That's something that was on my mind. Like, we get up at certain hour, and I was just thinking, but all they do is for us to have time for ourselves, whatever activities we choose to do, however that couple hours before you leave, we choose to spend. It creates stress because the first thing I'm thinking that I haven't done this, I haven't done breathing, I haven't...
Because you try to cram all of the routines into one short time of...
Yeah, and the only question that I could come up in my mind is, where am I in the rush? Okay, it's 5 a.m. in the morning, right? Yeah, you like to get up early in the morning. Yes, I do. I like to have more time. Yes, I do. To do more shit throughout the day. So fucking relax.
Suppose just like social media, your routines, you need to make them work for you rather than you work for your routines.
I suppose that's what I was trying to say.
That's what happened to you. You became a slave of
my own routine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I realized, like, when I sit down and journal, I'll pour down whatever thoughts I have in my mind. I'm taking my thoughts and the piece of paper and a pen, like a bin, and I'm binning it out there.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to make sense. I don't need to write poems in there.
Yeah.
It just can be some random shit, whatever at that time.
Yeah, oh gosh, I can imagine what you write there.
Is on my mind.
Yeah.
So I'll just put it out. In between that might be something that I want or need to do today. And yeah, I realized that if I try to rush these things, it just becomes a chore that I'm rushing to do, even though it's supposed to be my time for prepare myself for the day.
Yeah.
So calm myself down, don't get reactive, and I do the opposite in the morning. So when I caught myself doing that, I had to readdress that. Mate, the fuck are you doing? This is your time to prep yourself for the day, and you're just stressing yourself out for the day the minute you get up. Thing that you didn't know that I thought about.
Yeah. Well, we were speaking about the morning routine, that why do we get up so early, blah, 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 that we need to change some things up. But I didn't know about your diary. I noticed you weren't doing it for a while.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, that's strange. Why? Because I knew you enjoyed it, but I didn't say anything to you. But then, yeah, we didn't speak about how you've changed and resumed back to your diary, which is good.
So yeah, I think it's late. We rambled about a lot of stuff in here. I don't know if any of it useful. Maybe for somebody. I don't know.
If it is, let us know.
Yeah, do let us know in the comments. Like,
if it isn't, but you were entertained, let us know.
Yeah, share your thoughts and like things. Subscribe, it helps. Comment, it helps. Share it with your friend as well. It helps. Or few friends. And yeah, if you find it useful, we are happy. If you are still watching it, we are grateful. And I suppose we'll see you sometime soon. Bye.